Jamie Carragher believes that up to 9 Premier League managers might be contenders for Manager of the Season, however he left out Erik ten Hag of Manchester United from that list. The Liverpool icon was awestruck as he watched Brighton destroy Arsenal 3-0 on Sunday afternoon at the Emirates thanks to Roberto De Zerbi. Since taking over for Graham Potter earlier in the season, the Italian has excelled, and Carragher believes he is a contender for an end-of-season award. He also believes that there are 8 further candidates, including Wolves' Julen Lopetegui and Pep Guardiola of Manchester City. "What a performance from Brighton yet again tonight, their boss might be Manager of the Season," Carragher wrote in a tweet. "Has there ever been such a large field of contenders for the prize? Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta, Eddie Howe, Roberto De Zerbi, Unai Emery, Thomas Frank, Gary O'Neill, Marco Silva, and Julen Lopetegui were the next names on the list." When Roberto De Zerbi arrived at Brighton in September 2022, he was given the job of succeeding Graham Potter, the club's beloved head coach. Some football analysts, including Graham Souness, questioned De Zerbi's durability in previous positions and his familiarity with England's top division in response to his entry into the Premier League. After Potter's departure, some football analysts predicted that the team would suffer, but under De Zerbi's leadership, the Seagulls are once again dominating the Premier League. This season, Brighton set a new Premier League point total and advanced to the FA Cup semi-finals. Young players like Moses Caicedo and Keira Mitoma have flourished alongside seasoned players like Lewis Dunk, Solly March, and Pascal Gross as a result of De Zerbi's pricey and attacking style of play. For the first time since its founding in 1901, Brighton will be attempting to qualify for the Europa League. The Seagulls have a lot of games in hand on a number of clubs in and around the European places. Gary O'Neill is another strong candidate. Despite beating Aston Villa on the first day of the season, many experts believed Bournemouth's relegation to the Championship at the end of the campaign was inevitable. The Cherries only spent a combined total of £20.5 million on new hires, significantly less than the £152 million spent by Nottingham Forest or the £72.9 million paid by Fulham. Concerns for Bournemouth increased following a run of 3 straight Premier League losses, including a 9-0 loss to Liverpool that tied a record. Scott Parker, who notoriously said the club was unprepared for the Premier League after Bournemouth's loss to Liverpool, was fired after only 4 games. For the first time in his career, Gary O'Neill took over as the club's temporary manager at the end of August. With victories over Leicester and Nottingham Forest, the former West Ham midfielder calmed the ship, but before the World Cup break, many questions were raised when he was given the position till the end of the season. When the season restarted in December, a 7-game losing skid ensued, and many supporters accepted a second top-flight relegation. Since March, Bournemouth has seen a stunning comeback in the crucial stretch of the season. A run of 6 victories in a row, including big wins against Tottenham and Liverpool, has helped the Cherries move up to 13th in the league. O'Neill's side are now 9 points clear of the relegation zone with just 3 games of the season remaining, and they need just 1 draw to guarantee their place in the top flight. No one can undermine Eddie Howe's job at Newcastle. From relegation battle to top 4 contenders, Newcastle United has experienced a quick turnaround under manager Eddie Howe and is on track to qualify for the Champions League for the first time since 2003. It's quite simple to overlook how far the team has come recently, and when Howe joined Newcastle in October 2021, the situation facing the team was considerably different. The Magpies started last season with a 0-14 record and were sluggishly advancing to their 3rd Premier League relegation. Newcastle was giving up goals in 2021 and set a Premier League record by giving up 80 goals in a single year. No club in history had ever survived relegation after such a poor start, but Newcastle, boosted by the new signings of Kieran Trippier, Bruno Guimaraes and Dan Burn, pulled off a great escape in comprehensive fashion. No list would be complete without an honourable mention of Pep Guardiola. Man City are on track to win their 3rd Premier League title in a row. They could potentially win the treble, which could make him arguably the best manager in Premier League history.